Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making collard greens, and I'm going to do a baked chicken and some macaroni and cheese. But today I got my smoked meat already boiled already. Well, it's already started boiling before I add the collard greens in. I'm going to just add a little bit more water to it. The next thing we got is some chicken stock. Shake that up. I'm going to add about a half a cup of chicken stock to that. Boom. And the next thing I'm going to do, I got some apple cider vinegar. You shake it up real good. Make sure you shake this up real good, because if it sit, it have all that stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to add about 2 capfuls to it. 1, 2. Just to give it a little vinegar taste, you know, with the collard greens. So the next thing we got our collard greens. These are already pre-washed. I bagged them up, put them in the freezer. I took them out and I washed them again. So make sure you please wash your collard greens, and make sure there's no bugs or nothing like that in your collard greens when you wash them. There's a little bit of collard greens, so that's why I only put 1 piece of smoked meat in there. To be honest with you, that's all I had anyway, is 1 piece, so it don't even matter. So now I got my collard greens up in there, and the next thing I'm gonna use is just a little bit of garlic powder, just a teeny bit. There we go, garlic powder. Next thing I got is some chopped onions. You could put regular whole onions in it if you want to. I use the chopped ones. I got some salt-free seasoning. It's only a little bit in here. I got more of this, so I'm gonna just pour this little bit in there. And I have some soul seasoning. I'm gonna put some of that in there too. Sprinkle a little bit of that. And I have some garlic. 1 second while I grab my garlic. Here we go. I just put a little garlic in there. That's it. It's strong. You can put as much as you want to put in there, to your liking, to your needs. So I got all that in there. And also you can add 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is my sugar that I use for my tea. So I'm freehanding my stuff. So there we go. That's my sugar. So you let this cook. I'm gonna let it cook for like 1.5 hours, and then I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like in 1.5 hours, and I'll be right back to show you guys. Thank you. Hi you guys, this is my chicken. As you can see, I got my little lemon seeds, the seeds from the lemon in here. I'm just gonna leave them in there and let them cook. I had poured some lemon juice over it, put some lemons in the inside, and a couple of slices of lemons in the inside of the chicken. So what we're about to do now is I'm about to just go ahead and season this with different seasoning. This is chopped onions. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna mix everything all together. Some basil. There we go. If you want to make a chicken, you can do it however way you want to do it. It's up to you. You can use a teaspoon of basil, paprika, and use a teaspoon of that. But I'm just sprinkling it, so. That could be for, you know, you could just use a teaspoon if you want to. I'm using some no salt, salt-free seasoning on this. I got some ground ginger, just a little bit of this. I don't use a lot of this, just a little teeny bit of ground ginger. That's enough to sprinkle on each edge. That's it. It ain't much coming out because I was using this part right here, so ain't that much come out of there. we got some garlic powder. Like I said, you can use a teaspoon of each thing if you want. Teaspoon and a half ain't gonna hurt because these are all herbs, so it's not gonna hurt at all. I got garlic, so we're just gonna throw some on there like that. Oh, that was a lot of garlic, but it's okay because I'm gonna just pick that up and mix it all together. What else I'm missing? There was something else I had to go with this to mix with it. So okay, I got my garlic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the garlic up and I'm gonna just rub this all in it. Just rub it. Just rub it, rub it, rub it. I'm just gonna rub it all in. Pick some more of the garlic up. And we're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator for probably like 3 hours. And yeah, and let this sit and marinate for about 3 hours. You can put it in the oven. If you don't want it to marinate, you could just actually just throw it in there as soon as you get finished marinating it. You ain't even gotta you don't even have to put it inside the refrigerator and let it marinate, but you know, it's your choice of what you want to do. So once I do that, I make sure I get the wings and stuff real good, get the inside real good, and just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna wash my hand and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, I washed my hands and it's seasoned on up. So we got the garlic down there. I seasoned it with paprika, with chopped onions, basil, ground ginger, salt-free seasoning, garlic powder, and mixed garlic. I seasoned it with it. And I also put lemon in the inside, and I squeezed the juices, and I put it, the lemons inside the chicken and inside the skin. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven. I have my oven on 350. I'm going to put it in the oven uncovered for about, I'm going to say about an hour so it can get its crisp. Once it gets its crisp on it, I'm going to cover it. And then you can leave it in there for about like another 45 minutes if you want to another hour. It all depends on the pound of your chicken. This is only about like a little 3-pound little chicken. It's not a big chicken, so it don't take much to really cook this. So I'm going to put it in the oven uncovered for like an hour on 350. And then I'm going to cover it up and let the rest of the time cook so the juice can stay within the chicken though. Okay, the chicken is in the oven. I just put it in there. We want to let that sit in there. Like I said, uncover for an hour, or if you want to, you can cover it up first and then take the lid off and let it get crispy. It all depends on how you want to do your chicken. This is really not like a tutorial on how to make a chicken. I'm making Sunday dinner. I don't know if this video going to go out on exactly Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. So I'm just showing you guys. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my collard greens that I told y'all that I was making. Whoa. That steam. So I have my collard greens on what's this over there? That's like 5. It's like 4 and 5 on the on button. I mean on the stove. So it's like right in the middle. So and it's cooking pretty good. So far I added 3 cups of water. This is 2 heads of collard greens, and I put 1 smoked meat in there. So this is 2 heads of collard greens with 1 smoked meat in here. I'm trying to move some of this smoke so you can probably see it a little bit. I don't think you really can. So this is 2 heads, and I told y'all what I put in this. It was the apple cider vinegar, 2 cats full of that. You could put a whole cup full of chicken stock if you want to. I put a smoked turkey neck bone in there. I had put some chopped onions in there. You can put the fresh ones in there if you want to. I used the one inside the seasoning. I used this one right here. It's the one I use. And I also used some garlic powder, some fresh garlic. I used some all-purpose seasoning, and I used some soul seasoning. And if I'm missing something else, you can go back in the beginning of the video and see what else I used. So always add more water accordingly to when your water run out of your collard greens. So this is cooked already for about an hour. So I'm going to let it cook probably for like another hour because I like my greens like completely done. I really like to cook my greens for as long as my meat fall off the bone. When my smoked meat fall off the bone, that's when I know that my collard greens are done. When my smoked meat is like completely falling off the bone and it's like without me pulling it apart, it's already like fall off the bone. So I'm gonna let it cook for like another hour. I got my chicken in my oven, and then I'm gonna get started on macaroni and cheese, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we on to our macaroni and cheese. I put my elbow noodles in here. I used about a little bit over a half a box of elbow noodles because I'm going to use this size baking dish to make my macaroni and cheese. It's like a small baking dish. It's not one of the large ones. So I had put some salt in here, and I used a teaspoon, a little pinch of salt, and a little teaspoon of oil. You can use butter if you like butter in your noodles. It's up to you on what you want to do. Once again, I'm just making my Sunday dinner. I think I should just explain some of the process that I'm going through as I go along with it. So now we got our noodles coming to a boil, and when they done, I'll be back to show you how I make my cheese sauce. Once my noodles is done, I'll be back to show you when I'm gonna make my cheese sauce. But you can let your noodles boil in between 9 to 11 minutes. I have my my thing on 8, so probably 9 minutes to be fine. You don't want to get them too mushy because you put your noodles inside the oven, so don't make them too mushy. So I say between the 9 and 10 minutes. Always pick one up and taste it, even though it don't taste like nothing. But if it tastes nice and soft, then you know it's done. Not too soft, but just right. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm on to my macaroni and cheese. You can have 3 spoons full of butter. Put it in here with 3 spoonsful of, not big chunky spoon, just almost like a teaspoon. So if you want to use a teaspoon, use a teaspoon. I use a spoon because that's what I mean. I'll go by my own measurements, but you can use 3 teaspoons of butter and 3 teaspoons of flour, or you could use your regular spoon and just have it like only it like, you know what I'm saying, not all like me only, but just only like a quick scoop, little small scoop, little small scoop, little small spoon. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna mix this together, and that's gonna make like start my I'm gonna start my my sauce for my macaroni and cheese. So I'm gonna mix this, and then I'm gonna show you once the little paste start. Then I'm gonna add my milk, and then I'm gonna add my cheese. That's how I'm gonna make my cheese sauce, and then I'm gonna be able to start my macaroni and cheese. Okay, I had mixed the butter and the flour around, and I also added a little bit of milk to it. But like I said, I'm only making a little small pan, so I don't need all that butter and all the flour that you would use for a big pan to make macaroni and cheese. So I only used a little bit. So what I did was added a little bit of milk to it to give it like the extra thickness that I'm looking for a little bit. So I didn't use that much butter. So now I'm about to do is add my cheeses, and I'm going to come back and show you once I add my cheeses and a little bit more milk. Okay, I added like it was like under a half a block of cream cheese to this. And this is a block of shredded cheese that not shredded, block cheese that I just cut up in cubes. And I added like a cup and like a cup and a little bit more of milk into this. So, I mean, you can always go accordingly what you need. I use milk. You can use half and half. You can use carnation milk. You can use whatever you want to make your macaroni and cheese with. You don't even have to make a cheese sauce. You can just use eggs, milk, your cheese, mix that all together, salt, pepper, you know, garlic powder, onion powder if you like it, a little bit of paprika to give it a little smoke taste to it. Put it in the oven that way if you like it, then do it that way. I'm making a cheese sauce, so when I get done making my cheese sauce, I'll be back. So I got a block of shredded cheese in here, and I have underneath a half of cream cheese that I have in here, and I'm gonna mix all together and show you what it looks like when I get done. Okay, I have my cheese sauce going. I also added like a half a cup of mozzarella shredded cheese, and also a half a cup of Mexican blend cheese. And I used you can use, like I said, use like a measuring cup of milk or a half and half, or even carnation milk if you making a small thing of macaroni and cheese. But if you're using a big thing of macaroni and cheese, then you can use a little bit more milk. I had used a little bit more milk than I intended to, but I still have a good cheese sauce. So I'm gonna add this to it. And also, when you making a cheese sauce, never walk away from it. Constantly stir it. Constantly keep it stirred. You don't never want to walk away because you don't want the milk to like curdle when it sit there. So you definitely don't want that. So I'm gonna keep blending this in, and I'll be back to show you my noodles once I blend all this. Mix all this all together. I let my cheese sauce cool down, so now I'm just going to season the cheese sauce a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of this original Creole seasoning. I usually use soul food seasoning, but I really don't have none. I just used it on my collard greens. So just a teeny bit, just so you can see it right there. That's all I put in there. I'm going to use a little bit of the paprika for like the smoke taste. That's all. That's it. No more, no less. And I'm gonna use of course, my favorite salt-free seasoning. Just a little bit of that. And a little bit, of course, you already know, garlic powder. Gotta have my garlic powder. So there we go. And I gotta get some pepper. And we're gonna mix this all together. I'm gonna put some pepper in there, and I'm gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna put the noodles in, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm gonna add my noodles to it. Also with my noodles, I got it in this pan because I mixed 1 egg into these noodles. So the cheese sauce is totally cooled down because I don't want the egg to cook inside the sauce. So I'm gonna pour that in there. These little noodles being stubborn. That's because I got this big old spoon. That's going to be the same pan I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to use that to put it back in there. So I'm mixing this back around. So I know this is really what y'all want to watch. So once I get this mixing and I put it in the pan, I'll show y'all because I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese on top of it. A little bit of shredded cheese on top. And then I'm going to put it in the oven. And then we're going to let that cook for about a good 25 minutes. That's all. And we're going to be done. So just stay tuned. I'll be back once I get finished mixing it up and put it in the pan. Okay, I put it all in here. So I'm going to just even it out. Once again, I'm making these videos. I'm making this real fast. It ain't like, I'm going step by step with you guys and let you know what I'm doing. I did it a little bit, gave you a couple of steps here and there, but rather than that, I really didn't. So if you want a little bit more steps, just request a video and I'll show you how to make the macaroni and cheese separate. So a lot of people can make macaroni and cheese, a lot of people don't. So basically a lot of my videos I make, they be quick meals and easy stuff that people can make. But you'd be surprised, a lot of people don't know how to make a lot of stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with learning. So I just sprinkle a little bit more on top. And then we want to put this in the oven on 350 along with my chicken. Now give me a minute because I'm going to wash my top off for my chicken because it's been an hour and it's time for me to put my lid on for my chicken. So 1 second. Okay, that's my chicken on an hour with no lid on it. So now I'm going to put my lid on there because it got crispy. So once I put the lid on there, it can get a little bit more crispier. And then the juice is going to come out. So put that lid on it. I'm going to turn that around right there. Now I got my macaroni and cheese. Put that in the oven too. Right beside it. Bam. We're going to let that cook for 25 minutes to half an hour. No longer than that. I'll be right back. Well, I forgot to come back and record this stuff for y'all. I was making some quick cornbread, but I didn't have to record it. So I'm just telling y'all, I'm making some quick cornbread to go with my meal tonight. All you need with one box of, okay, I'm using Jiffy. Cornbread is basically 1 pack of Jiffy corn muffin mix, 1 egg, and 1/3 cup of milk. I mean, it's always good sometimes if you don't know how to make cornbread to buy measuring cups on anything. Cornbread, macaroni and cheese, any recipe that you want to make, always buy measuring cups if you want to follow the measuring thing. But me, I don't use measure. I got them, but I don't use it. I just freehand stuff. And so, yeah, you can do that and make sure that you grease your muffin pan, or even you grease your little pan like this. I'm going to put it in my little baking dish like this. I was going to use my muffin pan, but I decided not to. And also, I had added a little bit of blueberry pancake mix to it. But look at it, see it? That's the blueberry, just a little bit. So this is my my cornbread mix. And I'm going to put it in the pan. I'm going to put it in the oven. So I was like, let me just record this and show y'all that I'm making cornbread. Cornbread is easy. You just mix together until you get all the lumps and bumps out. And like I said, once again, you use a whole egg. That's for each box of cornbread. So for 1 box of cornbread is 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk in 1 box. So if you're using 2 boxes, 2 eggs and 2/3 cups of milk, etc., 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 for each big, thing you're using. So, cornbread easy, but I'm going to go over to my collard greens. They're about done. I turned them down to about, excuse me, I started choking. I turned them down to like a, like number 1 on, my thing. So let me just move it right here just to show y'all like that. So there we go. My smoked meat broke up as I start to pull it apart, and that's my juice that I have left. Like I said, when you cooking collard greens, I started out with basically 2 cups of water and a half a cup of chicken stock, and then I added another half a cup of chicken stock. So as you go on, because collard greens take a while to cook, and you want to always keep losing liquid sometimes, so keep adding like a half a cup of water every time you feel as though you need to when your juices is running low. So this is how much juice I have left from me possibly keep adding, and that's all I need. I don't need that much juice in my collard greens. So yeah, I'm gonna put this cornbread in the oven, and by the time I put the cornbread in the oven, everything should be done because my collard greens is done. My macaroni and cheese is about done. I'm just going to show you guys the macaroni and cheese, what it look like. Whoa, that's a lot of steam came out. So that's what my macaroni and cheese is looking like, and I'm about to take that out right now because I didn't cover it up, so I don't want it to get dried out. So that's what it's looking like. So yeah, I'll be back to show you all my stuff when it's done. I'm not going to plate it. I'm just going to show you everything when it's done. So I'll be back. Okay, well, I was going to show you all, but I already decided to start forking in on my macaroni and cheese. I was going to give it a taste and a try. Okay, I keep moving it. Okay. I was going to try it to see how it is. Cheesy. Look at that. Look at that. Because I'm not going to plate it. I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to plate it. Look at that. It's so cheesy. I'm not going to plate it. I think it's hot. Let me see. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Yes, honey. It's so good. Once again, when you're making this, you don't have to use the egg. I like using the egg because they give you like the same taste when you don't use the cheese sauce. So I use 1 egg and I just mix it around. But, oh, it's so good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's so good. But I'm going to leave it alone. So before I eat my dinner. So when I get done, I'm going to let you know, like, once again, with this sauce that I made, if you're making, this is kind of small. It's not like a long dish. So you see that it's on my burner. So it don't even take up, any other ones usually sometimes take up like 2 burners. But this only basically taking up 1. So it's not a big dish. So like I said, you don't need that much of the cheese sauce. And I only use 1 pack of block cheese, and I chopped it up, and I used about a 1/2 cup of mozzarella and a 1/2 cup of Mexican blend cheese, and I just sprinkled a little bit on top. That's all. And how much milk I said I used, I forgot, but y'all can watch the video and y'all can see. So that's what I use for the macaroni and cheese. So yeah, it's like really good, like really good, really good. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good. But I'm trying to wait because I put the cornbread in there, so that's what's holding me up to finish this video off. And I'm going to show you guys how everything look. I'm not going to plate it, so yep. I'm turning my collard greens off now. I just had them keep going until I basically was done, because you could keep cooking your collard greens. It ain't like you would overcook your greens or nothing like that. So yeah, they about done. So I'll be back once everything is done. Okay, I'm back. I'm done. I don't know why I tried to slide the cornbread pan over and I burnt my hands. Look how red they look. Now I know better than that. Look at that. Touching that hot old pan right here. I touched it and it burnt me. That's the cornbread. That's my cornbread. That's my collard greens. My collard greens are done. And this is my whole chicken. I took it out. It only cooked for an hour and 45 minutes. This is all the juices that it created from the paprika that got it that dark. I ain't no gravy or nothing to it. So that's the lemon. Look, the lemon busts right through the side of the chicken. That's crazy. I did not cut that open. It just did it itself. So that's that. And that's my macaroni and cheese. And yeah, I'm done. So if any questions y'all have down below, please feel free to ask me anything. Like I said, this was just a quick Sunday dinner that I was doing for just a quick dinner. So I tried to like go over certain things and try to say certain things that I was doing. But if you have any questions on anything, I mean, just feel free. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this video. It was, like I said, it's a quick it's a quick video. But if you want me to make a video on how to make macaroni and cheese, just showing you straight macaroni and cheese, I will. Or you want me to make a video on just showing you how to do the collard greens, I will. So I mean, well, whole chicken, I ain't gonna leave the whole chicken out. Just people think that it's just basic, easy for you to do whatever, or the cornbread. No. So once again, stay blessed and happy eating, and enjoy your day. I'm out this piece.